Was slavery by choice? Once again, controversial rapper Kanye West is the focus of today's discussion. Yesterday, the rapper made some highly inflammatory comments about slavery during an interview with celebrity news outlet TMZ. West says, when you hear about slavery for 400 years, that sounds like a choice. Then later, in an attempt to clarify his comments, he says, of course I know slaves did not get shackled and put on a boat by free will. My point is for us to have stayed in that position, even though the numbers were on our side, means that we were mentally enslaved. I'm not trying to be funny, but I really want to know what slave Kanye would have done. 200 or 300 years ago in the deep South with no cell phone, no weapons, can't read or write, I wonder what big bad Kunta Kanye would have done. Slaves only made up roughly 12% of the population, so what numbers are you talking about, bro? Even now we witness black men being shot dead by police for running away. So imagine what they were doing to runaways back then. What choice, Kanye? And I hate being part of the angry mob that vilifies people for having unpopular opinions. And honestly, consider the source. Kanye's been rumored to have mental health issues. He's still coping from his mom's passing back in '07. And even during this same interview that he made these comments, he also mentioned having an opioid addiction at some point. So I take all these things into account, and it still does not excuse espousing this level of ignorance. Slavery was a crime against humanity. If you don't stand for humanity, you might as well not stand for anything. Just like we have laws today, we had laws back then. For slaves, those laws were you could either be a slave or die. Not much of a choice, Kanye. Some chose death, but the ones who didn't endured unimaginable suffering so that generations later, you had the freedom to create music and make millions. I just wish you used some of that money to get a clue. Email me at thereparationschannel@gmail.com. That's thereparationschannel@gmail.com.